2022 was a big year for anime. Chainsaw Man finally aired after who knows how long, Spy X Family made having a child seem enjoyable, Gojo's looks have fallen off, but in turn he now has a beautiful girlfriend. The Girl from the Other Side, Odd Taxi, and Class from the Elite made me realize I would rather re-experience the original source material than watch a shitty adaptation. Long-awaited sequels have finally returned, and shows that they didn't need a sequel got one as well. 9 long fucking years, we finally got a second season of Devil is a Part-Timer. Though after the long wait, I kinda grew out of it and didn't find it as charming as I once did. 2 years since Rent-A-Girlfriend made a name for itself, and just like Season 1, Season 2 is striking all the wrong boxes, 10 out of 10. 2 years since Uzaki-chan made a name for itself, and just like Season 1, Season 2 is striking all the wrong boxes, 0 out of 10. Tiger and Bunny was fun, Season 2, not needed. Kantai Collection was shit, Season 2, definitely not needed. Takagi is back with Season 3 and is as wholesome as ever. Then there's the big one, Bleach. The later half of the original anime runtime was a letdown. The manga ended in such an anticlimactic way, leaving me with nothing but disappointment. And having to wait a decade for the sequel to air, killing any kind of hype I would have for the final arc to finally be adapted into anime. After saying all that, I gotta say, watching the first episode of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, I had a massive grin on my face that wouldn't leave, and it looks like I'm not the only one. Every year we get a lot of romance anime, yet Maid-sama, a shoujo series from over a decade ago, was funner to watch than most romance from this year, and I usually hate shoujo anime. Misaki is a better girl than any other girl from this year, and Marin was released this patch. Usui is a man I'd date over any other man from any year, and I just might be gay. Your boy Komei, for a music anime, I only liked about 10% of the music they produced. Series like Beck, Carol and Tuesday, and Zombieland Saga are music anime where the music actually bangs for me. However, your boy Komei's gimmick of a Chinese tactician trying to make an amateur singer into a world-renowned singer who will be able to bring world peace through song is so good that I could care less about the generic music. Lycoris Recoil, the only anime original on the list, surprisingly enough, since damn near all anime originals aren't that great. Usually endings they feel rushed since the story is grand in scale compared to the runtime given, and they have to end it within that time frame because popularity and sales aren't guaranteed for a new season. And if the narrative isn't grand, the story just isn't entertaining to watch. Lycoris Recoil though was able to be one of the few great anime originals, delivering a competent, satisfying, complete story, leaving enough plot points big enough to explore in the new season, yet small enough to not make the story feel incomplete. Accompanied with beautifully animated gun-fu fights that don't just revolve on hitting more shots than your opponent, but actually using your brain to get the upper hand. It also isn't a Yuri show, but somehow gives us a better Yuri couple than most other Yuri shows. After finishing the TV series, an OVA, and a movie, I thought I didn't need any more Violet Evergarden. And fuck was I wrong. This movie gave me closure to a series I didn't realize I wanted in my life. Movie had me in tears and reminded me I shouldn't take the people in my life for granted. The score was a masterpiece. Visually, it's Kyoto Animation. It's a fucking masterpiece. And conveying emotions through facial expression, it's a masterclass in doing so. Ranking of Kings did what no other show is willing to do, and that is to give us a fantasy world while not being an isekai. It's about a deaf, mute, weak prince named Boji who is trying to become the king of his nation. He may be lacking in certain areas, but he's number one in compassion and speed. All the characters, even side characters, are full of depth and motivation. They're not generic isekai NPC. They are people with their own lives. Their actions have reasons behind them. They do things we don't expect, yet it's completely within them to do so. Visually, the show is stunning, a picture book in motion, animations by Studio Wit, the best of the best, flashy, clean, orgasmic. And with this, Studio Wit has proven that they truly do have King Midas's touch. Fruits Basket Prelude, a prequel to Fruits Basket focusing on Kyoko and her romance, where the first 20 minutes is a recap of the ending, but seeing Kyoko cosplay as Nami made it all worth it. Summertime rendering is what you get if Subaru from ReZero gets put into the world of Parasite. Shit was obviously going to be a worthwhile watch. Number 6. Spy X Family. You got a hot man in a suit who's a spy, working for a hot woman equipped with glasses, married to a hot, really hot woman that kills for a living, and their adopted daughter is a cute as fuck Esper. Need I say more? The same old JoJo. Fashionable and fun characters, weird fucking abilities, and the JoJo is hot. However, for the first time in the series, I find myself thinking the hottest character is a female. The first female JoJo at that. Every other part, the men just stand above the women in attracting my attention and affection. Ending is divisive and I'm on the side that enjoys it. The second best JoJo part. Currently anime only, by the way. Made in Abyss Season 2. I didn't think we'd get a backstory even more depressing than Mitty and Nanachi, but we did. Didn't think there was going to be a character worse than this fucker, but there was. And I never would have thought that the OST could get any better than Season 1, but holy fuck, it did. Now, I am a man, and this season had me in tears. Kaguya-sama does romance the best, characters the best, faces the best, dads the best, Chika is the best. They even did anime the best for a time. And my god, did I mention that they do romance the best? Cause they fucking do it the best. Demon Slayer Season 2. Best of the best in terms of animation, characters, and narrative. So much so that it's practically become a part of pop culture and everyone's watched it except for me. Instead, I rewatched a different Ufotable series, Garden of Sinners, made from the mushroom man who created the vast convoluted world of Fate. And Garden of Sinners is just as confusing on your first watch, if not worse. Though despite the series of movies being released between the year 2007 and 2013, some of the fights still hold up to modern AAA anime fights, while others haven't. And still one of the best OSTs to come from anime. They were also able to build this unnerving, stressful, horrifying atmosphere a decade ago, when modern anime can't. Even so, still a little confusing after rewatching it. The Tatami Galaxy is one of my, a real-ass anime fan, favorite show. The spin-off movie The Night is Short Walk On Girl was great, yet lacked the same charming appeal Tatami Galaxy had, and the main character for the movie was an annoying-ass incel. The Tatami Time Machine Blues was a phenomenal spin-off, bringing back the original cast trying to prevent the universe from collapsing in on itself by traveling in time and destroying an Aircon remote controller. There are only 6 episodes, so it's not a big time investment, and at the end of all the time traveling shenanigans is a satisfying conclusion. Characters are all eccentric, and the interactions with one another is amusing to watch. Art style is unique compared to all the other generic looking shows being released. If you haven't seen the original Tatami Galaxy, watch the damn show already, and if you watched and loved Tatami Galaxy, watch Time Machine Blues. I wish I could go back and rewatch it all for the first time.